So to me, the artwork is one thing for me, doing these pieces of art, which is wonderful. But there's something else going on too, and that's we're reviving our songs, our traditions, our dances. There was something our ancestors said, and Hadahara hatitons, none satariware neswatishin shragyat nesatidrawat, Nai hara askano nyenyik. And it means something like when the people dance again, when they hold feasts, when they sing and gather together, only then will the peace return. Kwekwe materu sohahio jatse anyo nye ayetarae ne waya tontra ju taskwe kohe ne de rome de Wyandotte jatute ne akwatra sayomen de akoyeti. My name is Sohahio, and I live in eastern Oklahoma. Some of the traditional arts that I do, pottery, woodworking, making buckskins, smoke tanning, but ceramics is really my specialty, I guess, and I've been doing that for over 40 years. That's what I do here in this studio, in this place. My own ancestral traditions from Ontario, the homelands, we call them, Windagi. We say Windagi Yehi, the place of the old ones. So those are my inspiration, but I also do all kinds of arts, bow making and arrow making, and starting fires without matches, and flint and steel, and the bow drill and stuff like that. So there's a lot of the traditional arts I touch on. One of the things that really got me interested in the traditional pottery is actually I was living out in the Southwest at the time, late 70s, and I was working at a school out there as an art teacher out near the Navajo reservation, and I started finding pottery sherds just out in the desert. And for me, coming from the Midwest, from this area where everything is covered with grass, it was just amazing to be able to see sherds, pottery sherds, just laying on the surface, just like they'd been left there. And they'd been there for 900 years. And so that attachment, right away, picking up pottery sherds and looking at them was just something that just really got to me. And I'm teaching all these kids whose a lot of their ancestors came from those people. So I started to kind of reintroduce these traditions back with the kids, and we'd take a few sherds back and start working from there. To touch base with the ancestors, be able to build it, to understand something the way it's built, whether it's arrows or bows, know how it was done, and then to build on it, and to go on using modern materials and new ideas. And some of my own creativity. It's just that was part of the fun of it, exploring that. My dad always said that watching these pots grow like this is like watching grass grow. So I know it's a little tedious. I know it's a little hard to sit there and stare, but you know what? When you're doing this, it's very peaceful. Traditionally, we say we are thankful. Te quatatenero quanyo, te aquaron ta meda yushatura. We say, we have great gratitude, and we also turn and give thanks to one another. We're thankful. To me, it's important to push myself to challenge myself with new ideas and to leave something behind. All our people should know how to make them. Everybody should know. It's like, oh yeah, I know how to make those. Even if they never do another one, they know how to do it. They've had a chance to do it. So to me, it should be almost as common as mowing the grass or something, and attending ceremonies again, and learning the language. So these are all things that kind of grow together. They have to grow together. When you start reawakening the arts, you want to awaken everything, everything at once. But it's also just to touch base with your ancestors. There's a language that comes with these skills. When we do what our ancestors did, it's a way of kind of like sitting next to them again. What we're seeing is kind of a reawakening of all these forms, these things that have been suppressed. These things can come back.
Johan Yahweh na Johan Yahweh na Johan Yahweh na